Okay, so hey guys, and welcome back to another video. In today's video, I mean, you can see my face. I guess that's a thing. I don't know if you actually really care about that, but it's a vibe. And in today's video, the main focus really is that I'm starting a brand new kind of like show thing where I basically tell the news, like the sport of the week. It's called. Uh, it's not a very original name, but it's basically where I'm going to like keep everybody up to date with the sport that's been happening throughout the week. So it's just gonna try and make jokes. Like I'm not that funny, but I'm gonna try my hardest. Um, so yeah, let's get into the first topic, which is sport this week. So yeah, the first topic is called which is football. Yeah, and it's been a very big week for football. If you don't follow football, it's been the Europa League and Champions League final this week. So in the Europa League, we had Sevilla get a 3-2 win over Inter, which is, I mean, it's literally just the Inter Cup. Like, I saw this stat. There's like 3,000 odd teams that start off in the Europa League, and Sevilla always seem to either win it or just get like quarterfinals at least. It's mad. It's mad. But to be fair, I feel bad for Ericsson. 2 seasons getting lost in 2 finals. Like, I feel bad for him, you know. And then the Champions League, which is probably the biggest event out of like everything this week, is with the Champions League, and Bayern Munich did come out on top, as kind of expected. Bayern Munich came out on top. It wasn't as convincing as like certain people kind of ruled it out to be. Everybody just kind of expected them to win, but by like, I don't know, like 3 goals, like because they destroyed Barcelona 8-2. Like, so pretty much Bayern are the best team in the world. Like, they're literally, they can't be matched. Even the last Bayern team would, I think the Bayern team right now would beat them. Not the last Bayern team. The last time they won the Champions League Bayern team. I think the one that this at the moment would win because they're just really really good, and the squad depth is good as well. And with Lewandowski up front, it's just so good. And then moving on to the Premier League fixtures that got released this week, and I mean the main standout one. There's a few. There's like Tottenham Everton. I'd say there's a few. But yeah, so Leeds is against Liverpool. I feel bad for Leeds as they've literally come up for the first time in so long. And they have to play Liverpool, who have just won the title by a very, very convincing amount. So I'm going to put out a little prediction. I'm going to say, see if I remember this prediction. I'm going to say 2-1. 2-1. I think it'll be close than what some people rule it out to be, but won't be like close, like in the way of shots. So I think they'll have lots of shots, but it'll be 2-1 in the end because Leeds will be wanting to fight for the first game of the season. Moving on to some transfer news now, which is kind of just a little segment. Chilwell might be going to Chelsea. He is very close to being able to go. They've agreed terms and all that. Havertz is allowed to leave Bayer Leverkusen and go to, well, they say wherever he wants, but it's going to be Chelsea, innit? And then Joe Hart, he's gone to Tottenham, hasn't he? I mean, if you didn't know, there's a new rule that's come into play where you have to have 8 homegrown players out of your 25-man squad, and basically it's just to fill up the numbers in it. And to be fair, he's going from England's number 1 to Burnley to West Ham. I think that's the right order. Might be the opposite way around. To then being linked with Shrewsbury Town. I mean, to be fair, he's bagged himself a good deal there, and he's getting paid a decent amount, so fair play to him, fair play to him. And then the last bit of transfer news, I'm just going to check and see, okay, so Gabriel, the Lille defender, is having a medical at Arsenal, so yeah, I mean, he looks alright, but I feel like it just might be one that, like, another defender that just doesn't really get the game time at Arsenal that they should do. we'll have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see. Sorry, I keep looking down here. I've got like a bit of notes thing just so I remember everything. Moving on to the cricket now. England have done amazingly in the third test of the series against Pakistan. In the first innings, they got 583 runs with Zach Crawley getting 267 and Josh Butler getting 152, and that's just in the first innings. And then Pakistan couldn't really come back because, I mean, when you're like almost 600 down in like one innings, it's very hard to come back from that. And they got 273 in their first innings, so it's just England's to lose this point. If they lose, that would be like probably one of the biggest mess ups in the whole of like England cricket, or well, in this century at least. Moving on to F1 now. The Williams team. So the team called Williams, the one that always just seems to be there, like nobody, they're just there, aren't they? They almost got sold actually. Well, they got sold. They almost had to step down because nobody really wanted them, and the guy was selling them. But then they did get bought by, I'm gonna have to look because I can't remember their name. The Realton Capital, which is a US company that have decided to buy them. So I guess that just means they'll just still be there. There's not that much news in the F1 because the Grand Prix is not till next weekend in Belgium. But yeah, moving on to the tennis now. Andy Murray won against Tiafoe in I can't remember, Cincinnati Open in America. So that's kind of the main thing that's going on in tennis at the moment, the Cincinnati Open. I do believe that's actually all that's happened in tennis. There was a few other games that were going to happen that I was going to report on, but they got cancelled, which is a bit of a shame. But then moving on to the boxing now, which is the final topic of today's episode, like the first episode, and the main event was Dylan White against, I'm gonna have to look again, this guy's name's very weird, Povetkin, that's how you say it, and he got knocked out in the 5th round against Povetkin, and that means he's gonna have to wait and try and fight again against somebody before he gets his chance to get the title winning fight against Tyson Fury that he's really been like bigging up in some ways, and saying he's been bigging it up so much he kind of just got shut down very easily. But yeah, this is the end of sport this week. If you did enjoy and you want to see any other sports be involved in sport this week, put that down in the comments below. If you like looking at this face, because like who doesn't, put that down in the comments below. Like the video if you did indeed like the video. Subscribe if you are new, and thanks for watching.